Welcome to Shaker Heights, a hyper-planned local community found just east of downtown Cleveland. The city was founded back in 1911 by the Van Swearingen brothers. Currently standing just outside the Van Aken district, and the reason why I'm out here in this freezing weather is because I wanted to make a Shaker Heights pros and cons video so that if you're thinking about moving to the area, you'll know exactly what to expect. I'll be covering what it's like to live here, the cost of living here, the traffic, the schools, and so much more. So make sure you stay tuned all the way to the end of this video. My name is Kolesar. I'm a real estate agent here in Northeast Ohio, and if you're looking to move to the area, make sure you click that link in the description and you can schedule a one-on-one call with me. Guys, I can't wait to help you make that transition here to Northeast Ohio. But anyways, the reason why I'm back in my office is it was way too cold out there. I originally had like this vlog style kind of video for you guys planned out, but out of nowhere, we had freezing rain. I guess that's kind of con number one. It's pretty cold here and weather is pretty unpredictable. But let's hop right into pro number one. And this is my favorite thing about Shaker Heights, and that's that there is a ton of stuff to do here. The Van Aken district, which cost around $100 million, is this upscale, modern place that's super fun and just perfect for gatherings. This is actually Shaker Heights downtown area. Now, with it being so cold and kind of during a pandemic, this video really doesn't do it justice, so here are some fun pictures back when everything was normal. Now, way over on the west side of town, you have Shaker Square, which is actually designed by the founders of Shaker Heights, the Van Swearingen brothers, and the Shaker Square is actually the oldest shopping center in all of Ohio. This is a busy intersection that offers a bunch of shopping and restaurants. You can see that the blue line actually runs through the Shaker Square and actually goes all the way back over to the Van Aken district. This blue line actually takes you straight into downtown right there. So let's take that blue line all the way from Shaker Square back to the Van Aken district. Van Aken Boulevard and the district itself was actually named after the first mayor here in Shaker Heights, William Van Aken. So a little bit of history for you. But right outside the shopping district here, you have this awesome rock climbing facility here called Shaker Rocks. I've actually been there a few times, and they actually have rock climbing walls for belaying, but they also have some bouldering sections where you can just go right in, do a little bit of training, and you can hop straight on the rocks. Fox 8 actually did a special on here. We got the link in the description if you want to check it out. Now, if you head just north on the Warrensville Center Road there, you're gonna also run into Thornton Park here. This is a public park and they got ice skating there. They got swimming pools, tennis courts, a skate park, basketball courts, and even some trails to go run on back there. You can see down Warrensville Center Road that there are a ton of apartment complexes and condos that really tower over a lot of these roads here. Now, the Van Aken district developers are actually looking to design and build Shaker Heights, a new apartment complex overlooking the Shaker Heights Country Club and kind of the downtown area. As far as I know, it's still kind of in the development phase. I heard they're last on phase 2, but it's gonna be a great addition to the newly renovated downtown area. Now, these apartments are overlooking the only golf course here in Shaker Heights, and of course, it is a country club, so it is membership fees only. So for that reason, I've actually never golfed at this country club before, so I don't know if the course is good. But just right down the street, you got a couple other awesome golf courses. You got Highland Park there, and you also have Canterbury. But if golf isn't your thing, or you just want to spend times with friends and family and the kiddos, you definitely got to check out the Nature Valley at Shaker Lakes. This place is absolutely gorgeous. Now, I know you really can't tell from the snow, but they recently renovated all the trails here, and they look absolutely phenomenal. This pavilion is definitely one of my favorites. It looks like it was almost hand carved by someone. And even though it was only 30 degrees, there was still a ton of people out there walking, which I was really surprised because I definitely needed some gloves on. It was freezing out there. But the center was actually founded back in 1966 when there were plans of putting a highway straight through the grounds here. The city was actually able to protect it by making it a National Preserve Wildlife Center so that they couldn't build the highway through. And I'm super glad they did because in my opinion, it's probably the best place in all of Shaker to go hiking with some friends and family. The next pro we got on the list is that Shaker Heights is a super diverse community. Niche.com actually ranked it as like the #6 most diverse community in all of the Cleveland area, with like 70% of the residents saying that diversity is the #1 phrase that describes Shaker Heights. And you can see this just walking down the street, but in my opinion, the #1 place that the culture and the diversity shows has got to be in the food. Again, I'm a fat kid at heart, and I absolutely love how many different types of food are here in Shaker. You got Lebanese, Hungarian, Mediterranean, Brazilian, Indian, Italian, I mean, literally the list can go on and on. If you want it, Shaker Heights has got it. And I know dang well DoorDash is out there staying busy because I might have ordered a few things from them. But if you want some good food, Shaker Heights has got it. In addition to having some awesome food, Shaker Heights wins the best town to raise a family in the 2020 Parent Choice Awards. The neighborhoods here are super walkable. They got exceptional schools, tons of parks, and in my opinion, there's this perfect mix of the suburban urban living, right? You only have a few main roads in Shaker, so they do get really busy, and you got the blue line that runs there, so it definitely feels like a big city. But then you hop off on one of the suburban streets, and it's a nice, quiet residential area, which I really like. But let's get into probably one of the biggest cons, and that's gonna be that Shaker Heights doesn't really offer a lot of huge business entities or presence within the city limits itself. Now, of course, you have your mom and pop shops, restaurants, and you even got the Cleveland Clinic Hospital in your backyard, which is super nice to have. But not having a large business presence means that people have to commute to other areas to get to their jobs. And what that does is it really affects the local taxes here in Shaker Heights, which goes to the next con, which is that Shaker Heights has the second most expensive property taxes here in the Cleveland area, just behind Cleveland Heights, which is just north of us. Now, if you're curious about all the Cleveland suburbs tax rates, you can click the link in the description to find more information about that. But the next thing I want to cover is that Shaker Heights does have pretty expensive homes, with the average home value being right around $250,000, which is just slightly above the national average. But it's also pretty expensive when you're looking at the surrounding cities. Shaker's definitely going to be a little more expensive to live in. Now, Shaker does have 9 different districts to live in, and all of them really vary in price. You can see that they go all the way down from like $7,000, which was a condo sale, all the way up into the $1 million range. So it's definitely diverse when it comes to housing as well. Now, the cheapest area is going to be the Moreland area with an average price of around $72,000, with the most expensive is going to be Malvern with an average price of around $512,000. So the cost of living in Shaker is definitely a little more expensive depending on where you want to live. Now, geographically, Shaker is not a huge city, but it is definitely densely populated with 27,000 residents here. The one unique thing about Shaker is that when you drive down these main streets like Van Aken, Shaker, Moreland, and Wardensville Center Road, that there are these huge brick apartment and condos that tower over the streets, so it definitely gives it that city vibe and almost feels kind of claustrophobic, especially when there's a lot of cars on the street. Now, because there's so much traffic, a lot of the main roads are gonna be one-ways, and as you can see, you actually share these roads with the trains as well, so make sure you don't get hit by one of these things. Just make sure you follow the signs because they tell you when you can and cannot go. Now, there isn't any overnight parking here in Shaker from like 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. You're not gonna see any cars on the street, but during the daytime, the streets are definitely littered with parked cars here. You're gonna have to go around them a lot. My first time in Shaker, I was definitely overwhelmed because it is a pretty big city. You're gonna have these trains, you're gonna have a lot of cars, people walking everywhere, some roundabouts, some turnoffs that go out of nowhere, some one-ways. I mean, there's really a lot. But after being there a few times, of course, you obviously get used to it. Now, the last con I want to cover is definitely going to be the crime, because like all big cities, you're going to have your good and bad parts. So take a look at this map. It explains all the recent crimes that have happened. Now, you have the blue line that runs along the Van Aken Boulevard there, and according to this crime map, the most dangerous areas are found below that area. And now, if you're curious on looking this information up yourself, again, link in the description. But thank you so much for watching, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. And if you're looking to move to the area, make sure you reach out to me. Send me a text, phone call, email, because however you want to get a hold of me, I got your back when moving to the area. Now, until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.